is in Seattle as he just takes the stage. Listen to this.
Thank you, Seattle, for being one of the most progressive cities in the United States of America.
Kind of a weird thing to thank somebody for, but
okay. It's funny. He's about to reap the benefits of
that policy.
Yeah, yes. And it is true. Seattle is incredibly progressive. But listen to what happens immediately after that. Two women get up on stage.
We want an opportunity to address.
Okay. Well, ask him.
Okay, stop for a second. Two women are on the mic. Now you have to ask yourself, this is a presidential candidate. Where were they meeting? Do you know where this was?
It was outside in a park somewhere.
We
there
were
was a lot of people.
I went 5 years ago to Safeco Field, and we had about 8,000 or 10,000 people there.
Security was really tight.
We were getting death threats at the time. Flying out to Seattle, I actually wrote, my children don't even know this, I actually wrote them a letter in case I was killed because we had so many death threats, and security was so tight on that. Here's a presidential candidate.
And nobody gets these girls off stage.
Who says he opens it up and they walk right directly to him. They climb up on stage, walk directly to him.
I mean,
where's the security?
They're standing on either side of a U.S. senator and a presidential candidate standing on either side of him. Nobody's doing anything about it.
There's a place called Westlake Park in Seattle, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's what happens. Now he's walked away.
Listen to her. Your event will be shut down right now.
What?
Right now.
Okay, stop. She's making a terroristic threat. She is saying, we control this event. And unless you listen to her, now Bernie Sanders is walked away. The voice you will hear of a guy is somebody else.
Event organizer.
Right. Bernie Sanders is still standing in the back and watching this debacle happen. She's making a terroristic threat. If you don't listen to us right now, we will shut down your event right now. We are in control of your event. Listen.
Your decision now.
We are going to let you on the mic.
Okay, stop. Now listen, they're chanting, the people of Seattle, the progressives in Seattle are chanting, let him speak, meaning Bernie. Let him speak. Let him speak.
Okay. All right, so we are trying to be reasonable. We are trying to be reasonable. We are trying to be reasonable. We are trying.
Stop! I love
this
that.
Is my favorite part.
They're showing how
reasonable. I'm going to show you right now how damn reasonable I am by stabbing you in the face. That's how reasonable I am.
Do you remember the first time we had a death threat, Stu? It was the Palestinian guy who called.
Oh, yeah.
The FBI were involved in this and everything else, and the guy, we have him on tape, and it's just the funniest thing. It wasn't at the time, but now looking back, it was the funniest thing ever. He was a Palestinian who said, "You've got to shut Glenn Beck up about talking about Israel because the Palestinians, they aren't killers. They aren't killers." And he's got to know that. We're not all killers. And if he doesn't stop saying things like this about Israel, I will kill him myself.
It legitimately happened.
Legitimately said that. It's hysterical.
We're going to let you on the mic. We're going to give you the mic.
Stop again. It sounds like Pat is there.
It does.
Yeah.
It doesn't even sound real. It sounds like a cartoon Pat scream.
We will after Senator Sanders. After Senator Sanders. After Senator Sanders. After Senator Sanders.
Stop talking.
Yeah, she's screaming at him. We are reasonable. We are respectable. Stop talking. Now, it's his event. It's Bernie Sanders' event. And they're not invited, by the way. They're just insisting that they be allowed to speak anyway. What group is afforded that?
Here is the progressive way to handle it.
Senator Sanders.
Do not tell me what
After
to do.
Senator
Sit
Sanders.
down.
After Senator Sanders. Okay. All right.
And Senator Sanders walks off, and they do speak.
And they give them the event.
And they give them the event. The event belongs now to Black Lives Matter.
This is like the negotiation tactics of us and the Iran deal.
It really is.
It's like,
I'm reasonable.
Oh, they said they're reasonable. Okay, you get to do whatever you want.
I will kill you. You are the great Satan. Let us do whatever we want.
Okay,
All right,
all right. They're gonna
Here's
do
all
that
your
'cause
money
you're
for the
reasonable.
weapons.